I mean, I want all of you to hear me from an intention of learning. So maybe I might be a little bit strong in telling something, but trust me, it is for the good of all. And you see, being an entrepreneur is not a joke. It's not easy, and we have to have certain mindset. And our intention is just to help you and help you grow. And as I tell everybody in the process itself, that we are here, we want to use this business to build people. We don't want to use people to build this business. And that's what I think Akshay also just reiterated. So all the new people, I mean, just hold on your belts. So we will either blow you in or blow you out. But trust me, it is really something good for you. Okay. So what is this having a figuring out mindset? See, okay. How many of you are, maybe you can just message me quickly in terms of yes. So how many of you feel that you have got your current jobs after a good amount of struggle, or maybe you really worked hard for it, and you got that sense of achievement when you got your current job? Can you all, right? So when we got these jobs, I could say almost everyone got that sense of achievement when they got their current jobs, when they could clear their interviews. So does this not mean that everyone has a capability of your own, and you are good in your own way, and you have what it is required to be taken? Otherwise, trust me, you will not be in this call today, right? So that's what we have to understand, that each one of us has our own capability. This 3.5-pound brain, what we got, it can do wonders. And each one of us, whatever we have, this thing, right? So we are capable of doing those things. It's just that sometimes we get distracted, sometimes we get bogged down by our regular day-to-day life, and sometimes there's a lack of vision, because of which we are just doing certain things in a rut. So that's what we call it as, right, in a daily rut. So, and our brain gets diluted and whatever. So when you are able to bring out that achiever in you, so trust me, now when you think about how you got that job, don't you think you are an achiever? Right? So every one of you has that potential. And did anybody tell you, or do like this, do like this, you go to job, did anybody tell you the route to go to your interview? Yeah, you should go to interview or not? All those things nobody told you. You studied, you figured it out, and you got the job. So why not? If these things, when we can get, and you actually beat that competition out, right? Don't you think the job what you got, there are so many other people who are also trying for the same job, and I would say there will be some hundreds or thousands of people who will be looking for that job, but you got that one, right? So that is what we have to understand, that each one of us has that potential, and uh, this is what we have to bring it out in our business, and that's what being an entrepreneur is. Now, why do I figure it out? The first thing, right? See, first of all, when I want to run my own business, I say, we say, right, independent business owner. I say my business. I don't say my appliance business. When I got started in the business, it was all from the day one. It was my business. It was never my appliance business. Appliance are there just to help me, guide me, and they can just show me the door, but I have to walk through that door. See, if I talk about my personal experiences, right from, when I got started in the business, when I was serious in the business, I never wanted my upline to show the plan for me. But I wanted to see his plan, and I wanted to learn from him. That was the reason I allowed him to show some of my plans. And maybe at the time it was plans, but now it should be MNGs. Right? So I would talk in terms of MNGs only. So I allowed him to do some MNGs in my business because I wanted to learn. And that also I wanted to, I mean, I saw his images and I was behind him, that please, that time Sharath was mentoring me. Sharath, please show me some plans, I want to see. And can you show some plans in my business? But it was not more than few, because I wanted to learn first. And that was the reason I was giving, I mean, I was just trying to get that knack of how to do these things, right? And second, every I mean, if you see that in the open meeting, we have this first session of business plan we show. I didn't know how to show business plan when I was new. So my first thing was, I have to learn. If I have to sponsor people, I have to learn that business plan. So my main intention of coming to open meeting was to learn that business plan. And that time I was in Kolar. It is around almost 100 kilometers from this place, from Bangalore. And I had a 6 day working. Saturday was working, and Saturday 6 o'clock used to be the open. I used to catch a train from Kolar at 3 o'clock. I somehow used to reach by 6 o'clock, because I never wanted to miss that plan. And every time I used to come, make notes, understand, and go back and try to implement that. So that is how I figured it out. I was never dependent on upline. But at the same time, if you think that, oh, from now on I will be start doing things independently, I don't need upline, that's again a mistake. Because we have to understand that thin line between, there is also a cardinal rule that whatever we do for the first time, we have to check with upline, right? So obviously we have to check with upline, but at the same time, we don't want to be sitting on upline's head for everything. That's not a cardinal rule. So if you have understood the cardinal rule in that way, please, I mean, forgive me. This is not the way we should do, right? So we should use the upline for learning, but we should have that figuring it out mindset. Because if nobody is here, I mean, to spoon feed, of course, because upline has their own life, they have their own jobs, they have their own business to take care. And now guys have to do 300 PV. So these are extra burden on upline again, because he has to inspire you, right? Because unless he does by himself, so where do you think they will get all this time? So if we, for small things, if we, I mean, of course, the first time we should ask, but if we are coming to upline again and again for the same thing, it's not the right way. But anyways, so I want to have that ownership of my business, and I want to figure out things, and maybe I can do an experiment, of course, after checking with upline that this is what I'm planning to do, is it okay, right? So but if upline is doing 50 mngs and still I'm not doing my own mng once, something is wrong. So this is what we have to understand, that okay, I am doing something overboard, or maybe upline is trying to replace me. That might also be one thought, because if you are not doing, and upline only is interested in your business, okay, so I'm telling something really strong, which I want you to read between the lines, what is going in the mentor's mind, and some things which you need to fix. Because of course nobody wants this business to be, I mean, just come do nothing and then sit and go back. I have enough number of people like that. Okay, so obviously why I should waste my time with those people? So at the same time, a mentor will be always very happy to see there is always something called low maintenance IBO and high maintenance IBO. So my intention was to be a low maintenance IBO for my upline. And if you see, I have built my entire business all by myself. But I was always with Manoj. And I was just asking Manoj what to do. I was game planning with him for my goals. And I was figuring out the how part. And I was learning how I was figuring it out by coming to open meeting, learning, by coming to pace meeting, learning. Sometimes if I don't know, I will just go and take some 5 minutes of my time of Manoj or Sharath. I used to ask them. That's it. But I just wanted to know, Manoj, this is what I'm planning to do. So Sharath, this is what I'm planning to do. Can I do it? This is the time I want to do. So that's it. I was just asking what to do. That's it. And how to do, I was figuring it out. right? So this is what the mindset we should always carry, and we should be a low maintenance IPO. Third, see if we can, what benefits I got out of it. First, I have got enough experiences in the business that I can mentor somebody in my team. If I have not done, if I was always dependent on my upline for everything, tomorrow when my downline comes, I might not be able to mentor him. So when we all have the goal of becoming a platinum means you have to have a team of 50 to 60 people. Obviously, our mentor might not be able to handle so many people in one leg. So I have to be that leader. So if I don't have those experiences, if I don't have the learnings, that maturity to handle such people, I will not be able to hold on to such people. So when we have a vision ahead, that's when we will be able to understand this need of figuring it out. So I'm not just urging anybody, but I would just say that this is a need for somebody if you want to go platinum and beyond. And if you have observed, all the people who have gone diamond, everybody were, I mean, they were just knowing from upline what to do. Again, they were in close relationship with upline, but not for how part. They were close relationship with upline on what part, what they should do and what should be their next goals. And if you see Anurag, he didn't have an upline in India. He has a huge business. If you see Ankur, he didn't have an upline in India. He has a huge business, right? If you ask Manoj where how many times he used to get counseling sessions from Ankur. He would say 3-4 months once. So all those people who have a big business, it's not a coincidence that all those people who have a big business, they have built it independently. Again, I'm reiterating it. Building independently doesn't mean not being in communication with upline. We should be in very close. I am almost, I mean, even a single doubt I get, and even anything new I try, I first check with Manoj. Even a small thing that of creating a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group for my customers, I check with Priya, I check with Manoj, and that's when I take a thing. But that doesn't mean that I'm not having figuring it out mindset. Right? I got this idea, I checked with them, they said okay, and then I'll implement it. If they said not okay, not okay, obviously. Right? So this, I mean, it's a very sensitive topic, I know, but at the same time, I hope I have, I was able to impart the right mindset, what I wanted to actually give everybody. So spoon feeding is something which we should, if anybody of us, I'm sure nobody is taking, and everybody